This is what everybody wants, salads in the middle of the winter. And as I said, the history goes back a long time, and the best part of it took place in Paris. And between 1850 and about 1910, up to 1/16, 6% of the total land area of the city of Paris was covered with market gardens. And we said, well, what if we put these frames inside a greenhouse? And this was the great leap forward. First, there's no snow down the back of your neck when you're out there trying to harvest things in the middle of the winter. But also, this was when we realized that by having 2 layers, it really made all the difference in the world. Middle of February, the soil's unfrozen. We've harvested that whole bed of leeks. We put in a little extra compost, and it's in carrots. So, long on about the time I want to put my tomatoes under this unheated greenhouse in early May, this is now a field of carrots. I slide it off of there and slide it over here and put my tomatoes in here. That greenhouse is filled with tomatoes as usual. Tomatoes bring in 3 times as much as the second crop at our market stand, at our farm stand every year. Over the course of 1 year with this one greenhouse, we are getting 1,000 square feet of an overwintered crop, either spinach or those onions. It moves off of there to plot 2 the 25th of March. The spinach is finished by then. The onions don't need the protection. We'll put an inner layer on them, which they had all winter, actually. End of March, we're sowing carrots. So I got 1,000 square feet of onions. I got 1,000 square feet of carrots. The carrots are safe by the 25th of April, and I put in transplants of early zucchini. Well, the minute you put in this inner layer, at night, all the moisture under here, because it's cold, rises up and collects on the bottom of your fabric. So that you have this wonderful layer of moisture all the way across there that is equally as effective at radiating back the heat from the earth as glass would be. Who would buy Claytonia? Go stick bags of Claytonia in the supermarket and see how well it sells. It's going to sell. Man, you can hide that in a salad mix and people think it's the most wonderful thing going. And it has one other great advantage. It's heavy. And you got an 80-pound order and you're wandering around saying, wait, I need weight. Where am I going to find weight? We aim to not grow anything that doesn't return us $1.50 a square foot for the 2 months that it inhabits greenhouse space. And lettuce was bringing at least $1.50 a head and better, so head per square foot, that was doing all right. The Meadow Vole, man, these guys, I occasionally look like Bill Murray in Caddyshack out there, I tell you. We tried everything. We tried every imaginable bait. We even got into macadamia nut butter. We thought maybe these guys had expensive taste. That actually worked, but after the 2nd or 3rd vole, you don't get another one. And the word is that the 3rd or 4th vole comes along, goes, oh yeah, last time I smelled that, Uncle Harry bought the farm, and that's it. They don't touch it again. So we figured this out. We built these little wooden boxes. We did everything to make them real. This is a very rough file, making it look like a mouse. I actually made that hole. And you put 2 unbaited traps in there. No smell after the first vole goes in there, it smells like vole. Swiss chard is one of the most beautiful and hard to sell crops that ever been invented, especially the colorful ones, these big beautiful stems which no one knows how to eat. And the leaves, by the time you get to that point, are awful leathery. So we said, what would happen if we harvested these things no bigger than our hand and cut them with no stem? We said, okay, but if we do this, we need a new name. So we renamed it butter chard. Within 2 weeks, half of the restaurants that we were selling to had a butter chard salad on their menu. I think the young grower, beginning grower, the grower who says, well, I wish things were working better, try and spend more time making compost. Get all the ingredients you can. This is one of the heaps on the farm. I get a neighbor who makes hay. Anything gets rained on, I pay him baling costs. He's glad to deliver them to me. That's about 12 feet by 50 feet. This was the original pinpoint cedar, and it put in 4 rows at 2 1/4 inches. They don't come up quite that fast in reality, but If you look at the axle, I hope you can see it on that slide, yeah, it's got different sized holes in it in groups of 4. Who the heck buys these creatures? And we grow this color because they're prettiest. Kohlrabi, what's kohlrabi? Well, we learned that when we harvested them, if we left a couple of little leaves in the center, we sold twice as many because they look cuter. This was our stir-fry pack. And the same company, Atlapack, that makes those flat sheets of cellophane for us, will make cellophane bags for us. And so this had 1 tatsoi, 1 bok choy, a shunku pink radish, a carrot, a leek, and a hakurai turnip with greens in there. So this was your whole evening stir-fry right in one bag. And I thank you very much for your attention. I will take questions.